Hey guys, Nate Simpleton here. This week we're going to talk about Justin Bieber's brand new album entitled Justice. Not sure what the name has to do with the album, but we're going to talk about it anyways. Let's go. Welcome back to the Simpleton Review. This week we are going to be talking about Justin Bieber's brand new album, Justice. Let's go. All right. Justin Bieber, as most everybody knows, is he's a pop singer. He's been around. He's probably YouTube's most famous person. Justin Bieber was discovered, I can't remember, by some famous producer way back when Justin Bieber was like 11 or 12 years old. I think it's somebody who works for Def Jam Records, because that's who Justin Bieber record label it currently is still. So yeah, he's got a brand new album out. I don't know how old Justin Bieber is these days. Does anybody know how old he is? He's got to be like in his early 20s. He was born in 1994, so that makes that dude, what, 27 years old? Something like that, right? Yeah. So he's actually a lot older than I thought he was.
Wow.
Figure out. But he's a Canadian singer-songwriter. He was signed with RBMG Records in 2008. Yeah, he had a debut album called My World, released in late 2009. He became the first artist to have 7 songs from a debut record chart on the Billboard Hot 100. So even though people make fun of Justin Bieber, he is not a small player in the music industry. He's actually a big-time player, and he still continues to be. So we can make fun of him all he wants, but we cannot deny how powerful he is in the music industry. Lemuel, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you go ahead and tell me what you thought about Justin Bieber's new album, Justice?
It was so cheesy.
What? Okay.
A lot of the music to me was just him like singing love songs, probably to his new wife or whatever. Or some of them, maybe he was talking about the fact that I think he's religious now. I don't fully get what's going on there, and it's not really my place. So I was just trying to kind of understand that. I did like Lonely. That song was kind of nice in terms of it was different than all the other songs on the album.
Mm-hmm.
And then I enjoyed Die For You. It was cheesy, but it kind of felt like a little disco-y type vibe going on. I enjoyed that a lot.
Well, it's pop music. I mean, this is like middle of the road. There is nothing that's like, I mean, he didn't take any detours. This is pop music right here.
Right.
Charlie, how about you, man?
Well, you can tell that he surrounds himself by like big talent. Mm-hmm. I open up the CD sleeve and I'm looking at who's writing all the songs, and it's like Justin Bieber's name's on there, as well as like 5 or 6 other guys. And so he's collaborating with major talent. I mean, these guys are putting together songs. This is meant to be hit after hit after hit.
Mm-hmm.
It is a Billboard chart maker.
Right.
I don't, and it may not be my style, but the songs are really well crafted.
Mm-hmm.
Together as an album called Justice, I don't quite get it. It's not really going anywhere, other than throwing on Martin Luther King as like I don't know. I think that was a try to be like, we're trying to like step up our game and be a little bit more respectful,
socially conscious,
a little more socially conscious. But none of the songs backed up what was happening in the in the phrasing.
Yeah.
The big interlude is followed by the song Die For You, but it's like, okay, Martin Luther's major speech, you gotta die for something, and all of a sudden it's like, I'll die for you, girl.
Yeah.
I'll die for you, girl.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's where the cheese stepped in.
You
for
missed
me.
the point, Justin. Yeah. Yeah.
But like I like the opening track. Too Much was a great one. And you can tell the ones that I like because they're going to be. You can tell that they've got writers in there that also write like pop rock songs versus like R&B songs. Because the other one I liked is Loved by You. These are both tracks that are a little bit heavier lyrically, and that's a little more my style. They are a little bit more depressing. The Lonely song that Lem liked, I was like, it showed a true emotion, but it's like, basically he's crying to the wrong crowd.
Yeah, that's true. He's kind of crying about being famous, but also he's a child star, so
exactly
it's respectable.
Yep.
I get it.
A lot of ups and downs there.
Yeah, I really liked the Lonely song. I thought it was actually kind of a vulnerable moment for him. in his lyrics at least. Because it's one of those.
It's probably one where he wrote all the lyrics.
Yeah,
I mean, there was
probably.
probably no cut that was not his.
Well,
on that song, I think.
And I really just like the fact, like, look, y'all are judging me because of the things I did when I was a stupid idiot kid, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he has that line in there, and I'm like, and we still are. Years later, we're still judging this guy, and we still watch him. He says this, that line he says where it's weird where everybody knows my name, but I can't call anybody, because I don't have any friends, kind of a thing. I mean, we can't look. Yeah, he's rich, and yeah, it's like, okay, dude, you got a bunch of money, so get over it. But at the same time, we all know
there's no way we could relate.
Right. Well, and we all know as Christians that money doesn't solve everything, and a lot of times it causes more problems than it solves, right? So there are things that he deals with that we'll never have to deal with that are just maybe as big of a problem as what we deal with, just in a different way. He doesn't have to worry about paying his bills, but he has to worry about other things, like, obviously he's had to worry about drug abuse and just being stupid and having sickness. I mean, he talked about having sickness. He had a mental breakdown. Kid's been through a lot. We're never meant as a human being to go to be as famous as he is, I think, at the age he is. Every kid, you are hard pressed to find children that make it out of being child stars that are sane. There's a few, but not very many, right? So, and usually you've got those people that make it out sane are people who have adults that are sane and they keep them grounded the entire time they're doing it. So I liked it. I actually really liked the album overall. I did think it was good. I thought there was some lyrics in there that were pretty introspective. And so I appreciate that. I did think that it had kind of somewhat of an 80s sound. There was a couple of songs on there that was, I think Die For You, I think is the song, had a very 1980s, almost Michael Jackson-ish.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Very, very, very poppy sound. And like Charlie alluded to, I cannot for the life of me figure out why there are Martin Luther King sound bites on this album. There is nothing beyond those sound bites that have anything to do with justice. And I mean, you have this 2-minute speech from Martin Luther King Jr. when he was 38 years old, so he's very close to his assassination date, and it's powerful. And all of a sudden, when you go into that Die For You song, I'm like, okay, are you missing something here, Justin? Because I don't think you understand. You keep on using that word. I don't think that word means what you think it means. So it's kind of that thing. I just like, and so it was interesting. That song Peaches is absolutely terrible. He should have thrown that song in the garbage. That song needs to go in the garbage, man. Whew, that was bad. So, and I couldn't actually get past the fact. Now, he has been, I guess you could say he's been a Christian, a pretty heavy, hardcore Christian now for a few years. Went to the Hillsong Church in New York, which was obviously pastored by, somebody who's not the pastor there anymore. And so I think I couldn't actually get past the fact that I thought some of these songs sounded a lot like Hillsong songs.
Really?
They had that sound to it. I'm just like, I don't know. I mean, maybe he was influenced by Hillsong just a little bit on some of those tracks because, if he's involved with the Hillsong Church, it might be. Maybe he was actually hanging out with Joel Houston and,
maybe
jamming on the guitar. Who knows?
Some of those songs I was kind of thinking of like, 2000s, early 2000s Toby Mac a little bit. It's kind of what I was feeling. Like the one with Chance the Rapper a little bit felt a lot like that would have fit well on probably like Diverse City or something.
Well, and that holy song bugs me. I do not like it when people use religious terminology towards women. It just bugs me. There's another song called Holy it's a country song, and that song is absolutely god awful. The only reason that song is remotely any good, in my opinion, is because Chance the Rapper was on it. If Chance wasn't on there, I don't think it'd be that good. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So. All right, so let's go ahead and give our scores. I'll go first this time. I'm going to give the album a 3 overall. I think it is a solid album, and it is a solid pop song, and there's some songs on there that are going to be #1 on the charts because they are good. They're well-crafted, well-produced, well-written songs, and they're going to be great. There's some other songs that are duds, and I don't know why it's called Justice, but it's a solid 3. Lemuel, why don't you go for it?
Yeah, I gave it a 3 out of 5 too. Like, I tried to not be too harsh because it's Justin Bieber, and my immediate reaction's like, oh, it's Justin Bieber. This isn't gonna be that great. Yeah. But, I liked some of the songs on the album, which is more than I anticipated, and I could listen to that album and know, like, okay, this song is 100% gonna hit the pop radio station, and I'm gonna have to listen to it for the next year probably, and that's okay. I wouldn't. Some of these songs I won't mind that. So
That's fair.
you know.
Okay, fair enough. All right, well, we'll go with that. Charlie, how about you?
I'm on board. I'm going with a 3 as well. Again, I think there's a lot of songs on here that can make the pop charts easily. I'm not a pop chart guy, and the Justice thing totally lost.
Yeah.
It totally lost on me. I didn't get it. I thought that it was kind of cool that they put Martin Luther King on there, but I thought it was misplaced.
Yeah.
If you're going to do a tribute to him, at least do a song that like lines up with what he's talking about. At least show that you're paying attention. If you're going to put it on there. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, songs are great. There's a few that I really despise, just because it sounds just great on me. They're just not me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll give it a 3. I think it was a valiant effort, and I think that it's going to have a huge following.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of stuff that's said about Justin Bieber, as we've talked about, but I think he's really an incredible, talented man. I mean, you can't deny it. The dude can sing, which is another point I want to bring up really quick. There was autotune used in some of these tracks, and I'm like, dude, why? Why are you using it? You don't have to.
Need it.
It was very mild, but it was there, and I'm just like, why are you using autotune? You can sing, man.
I think a lot of it was to blend it with the instruments.
Yeah,
I think a lot of it is it's a production technique, and since people are used to using it, production units are used to using it, they're going to continue to use it.
Yeah,
and that kind of give a formality to the album.
That's for sure.
Plus, it's probably cheaper. If you got a poor mic, and it's easier to use the auto tune.
Yeah,
there will be a balance. There's going to be a production balance in there somewhere.
Okay, so Justin Bieber's album is a solid 3. Yes, it's good, but we recommend that you just not think about the fact that it's called Justice. Just go into it knowing it's going to be a bunch of cheesy pop songs written to a girl, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Girl,
it's fine.
I'll die for you.
It's fine.
Girl, I'll die for you.
If you love Top 40 Radio, you will love this album because it
100%.
is. It's really good. If you like Top 40, I'm not a Top 40 guy. None of us here really Top 40 guys. But we can respect it. We can respect the hustle, and I think it's good. Justin Bieber did a great job. Solid 3 from all of us here at the Simpleton. Please stop by our simpletonreview.com website and make sure you check out all of our stuff. We've got good stuff there. Go to our Patreon page, subscribe to us, become a Patreon. We'd love to have you as a patron because we have some great offers there. You can join our Discord chat. You can get, depending on if you give us a lot of money, you can get an original artwork from Charlie. We've got a lot of offers there, so we can, free t-shirts, all that kind of stuff, so join us there. Please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you tell your friends about us. We love you. Have a wonderful week. We'll talk to you next time here on the Simpleton Review. Adios!